cmpradio.net, the voice of Chester.
You tapped in, no filter, no fluff, real rap every time. Yeah, we talking about health, from the boardroom moves to the barbershop facts. We keep it 100, never turning our backs. Mine sharp like a suit with the fade on point. Every convo cut deep, this ain't just for the joint. It's the culture, the hustle, the game and the grind. You looking for truth, then you came to the right line. Keeping it 100, facts versus feelings. Keeping it 100, truth with no ceilings. Keeping it 100, no cap, just vision. We speak it, we live it, your health is our mission. Keeping it 100, facts versus feelings. Keeping it 100, truth with no ceilings. Keeping it 100, no cap, just vision. We speak it, we live it, your health is our mission.
Hey, welcome to another fun episode of the Keeping It 100 podcast. I am your host, Dr. Kristen Motley, and as always, I'm joined by the incomparable
street practitioner, Georgie Mink Jr. We are here to have another honest conversation, an open conversation about what you can do, what you need to do to take better care of your health. So let's get started, G. Hey. Looking at the news, I saw a clip of Miss J. Do you remember the model Miss J that taught Tyra Banks how to walk? Mm-hmm. Yeah. He had a stroke recently, and they talked about their experience having a stroke and not being able to speak, not being able to walk, and it was really an eye opener because Miss J is not old. No. Not old at all. And so a lot of times we think about people with strokes, we think about older adults, but a lot of people younger, especially in the Black community, are experiencing these problems younger in life. And so we need to make sure we are, staying engaged as much as possible with the healthcare providers, getting our screenings done, and just doing the preventative steps to decrease our risk for having strokes. So
I remember him, and I think it's a show on Netflix at this, like, going over the whole show. So it's like timely now that he's mentioning that.
Yeah. So we definitely wish Miss J a speedy recovery. There were some statistics that shows that adults age 25 to 34 have the highest rates of an increase in stroke now. And so we 25 to 34 is young. Right. That's about ridiculous.
Right.
So we need to make sure we're taking this very seriously. A lot of young people are like, I'm young, I feel good, I'm straight, I don't need to go to the doctors. But looking at the numbers and what's actually happening in real life, you do need to get your annual checkups.
For sure.
We're still in February. We know that it's American Heart Month. Heart disease, having high blood pressure will increase your risk for having a stroke. So I'm coming back to you, G. We were talking about blood pressure. My blood pressure be good. My cholesterol don't be, but my blood pressure is good. So last week we talked about you checking your blood pressure. Yes. This weekend we was out in the streets canvassing. Yes. You showed up to work with a headache.
Yes, I did.
So let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay, we can. I showed up with a headache. I still supported the community.
You did your job. You did.
I didn't call out.
Thank you.
And no, but I did. I had a headache, and it probably was triggered from the high blood pressure. I'm actually on medication, but for some reason it was elevated that day. So I went home, checked it out. I think I said it was like 155 over 90. But I just relaxed, did some of my little exercises, things that I do, and then it just started, to recede a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It went down.
Yeah, it
You
did.
took a nice little deep sleep.
Yeah, I did. But that's what happens. I went home and I relaxed, and then I took a sleep. I went to sleep, and then, yeah.
I'm glad you're all right.
So I'm good.
I'm glad you made it another
I'm
day,
good.
Jay.
I'm good.
But you were listening to your body and you took it seriously.
That's true.
So you didn't like push through it and like I'm just
Right.
going to do anything, whatever. You were listening to your body.
Because it would have been a time where I didn't, and who knows. So,
Yep.
and actually one time I was hospitalized for not listening. So
That'd be a
everything's
wake-up
paying
call.
off. Everything's paying off, Doc.
That'd be a wake up call. We got a video from Miss J that we're going to check out right now and hear Miss J's experience.
In 2022, you had a stroke.
Yes.
And you are. I want to say ask you how are you doing now? You are a walking miracle here.
I couldn't walk. I couldn't talk. I was paralyzed. And then one day, I spent a year and 5 months in recovery. So I was inside the hospital.
Yeah, so, we definitely wish Miss J a full recovery. And another thing that I want to raise, as healthcare providers, we don't always learn the whole story. So we know that there are behaviors, we know that there are certain risks that we can control, there are certain risks that we can't control. We look at age, we look at family history, we look at people's dietary actions, their physical activity to decrease their risk. So we don't talk about the environmental impacts on people's health. And depending on where you live, especially if you live in a place like Chester or any other community that's overburdened by air pollution and environmental burdens, you are also going to have a higher risk of strokes and heart attacks and high blood pressure and kidney disease and cancers, and you can't control that. And so when you're talking to your healthcare providers, we are encouraging you to make sure that they're looking at the full picture and they're not just saying, well, you got to eat better or you got to exercise more. You can't eat enough or exercise yourself enough out of overcoming the health impacts of the toxic air that you breathe when you live in a place like Chester. So make sure that the whole picture is being considered because we're not talking about that enough as a healthcare community. And so I'm trying to do what I can do to change that. Tell the whole story.
Yeah.
Tell the whole story. We had a little snowstorm this weekend.
Yeah, another one.
And another one. And on that same line of heart disease, we want to remind people, especially older adults, that shoveling snow is intense activity. So we don't want you out there shoveling snow if you are an older adult, because it increases your risk of having a cardiac event because of the snow is heavy and you moving that heavy snow causes your causes your heart to beat faster, as well as the fact it's colder outside, so your blood vessels are constricting, and those two things together is a bad recipe for heart health. So we have seen some people have cardiac events just by shoveling snow. I had a friend who in her 30s, who was in her 30s, she went out to shovel snow and she had a mini stroke. And so it is we have to be conscious of our risks. We have to be conscious of things like that seem harmless, but are a lot of work. I was shoveling snow this weekend. And I was like, why am I sweating? Like I was really I was bundled up, but I was really sweating. It is work.
Yeah, it's a workout. And then if
Did you
your
shovel?
body's not conditioned,
My body is not
your
conditioned.
body's not conditioned, it's possible. It's like a real workout. It's like going to the gym. And
Yeah,
you think it's so
it is.
easy,
Yep.
just to be able to lift it with the shovel, whatever your weight, But it's a real workout. And
Yep.
fortunately where I live, they do it for you. So.
Where he lives, they do it for you. We ain't got nobody shoveling our snow.
So I had to watch.
Little tuna tartar.
Yeah.
He got to watch from the window. We outside shoveling snow. That's all good. That's all good. You deserve the break.
Yes.
Because your blood pressure was up anyway.
Yes,
so we ain't need you outside. We want to also remind the community that measles rates are increasing in Pennsylvania. They're across the U.S. And in Pennsylvania. So we wanted to remind parents that there have been vaccines that have existed for many, many years. And despite whatever is coming out of this current administration, science still has a place in all of this, and just making up information and confusing people is completely irresponsible. But we want you to know that the vaccines that have existed for decades still work. They're still safe, and please protect your children. There is no reason for a child to suffer or die from a disease that has a vaccine. And so please make sure your children are vaccinated. A lot of these cases happen when people are traveling from other countries and countries that don't have vaccination requirements. They come in contact with children that just haven't been vaccinated because their parents have chosen not to vaccinate them, or they don't have the resources to get vaccinated. So if you're in Delaware County, we want to make sure you connect with the Delaware County Health Department. Contact them. Dr. Orozco, if you can just drop their wellness line in the chat, call the Delaware County Health Department. And they can make sure that you get access to free childhood vaccinations. You can also reach out to Springfield Pharmacy. They also offer childhood vaccinations in Delaware County. But please, people, be careful where you get your information from, because everybody don't have your best interest in mind. Yeah. Did you get your measles vaccine when you was a child?
Of course.
You don't know.
I mean, I'm going to guess and say yes, because it used to be a real thing, like chicken pox, measles.
Yep.
All those things were like mandatory.
And a lot of times we had to have those to go to school, and the school nurses would check. We ain't had no choice. But nowadays you can check a box and just say, I have a religious exemption, or I don't want to get my child vaccinated. It's these other exclusions that will still allow your child to start school without being vaccinated. But I'm telling y'all, don't take the risk. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Absolutely not. But I want to talk about our canvassing activities this weekend. We were out in these streets.
Yes.
We went to Sun Village this weekend, my hood, and it was nice to be able to give back to the community, make sure that the community members know about the dangers of lead and lead poisoning, getting connected to some resources. How was your canvassing experience?
It was great. It was good for the people to see us actually physically doing something hands-on. So we were knocking on doors. We was leaving door knockers. We were conversating with people in the community. And it's just always a good thing, especially with the lead in that area, because the houses are older in that area, and we're attacking that area for a reason. So,
how were your conversations with residents? Like, I know at the beginning we started around like 12 something. People weren't coming to the door.
Not really, but I mean, as they saw us, and then when we put the vests on. So,
it was the vest.
Yeah, we had to put the vests on. We had to put the health educated vest on to give the okay that we come in peace.
Yes, we
and
do.
No, I mean, some good experience. Some of the residents were engaged. They were, they wanted to sign up for the free lead testing. They thanked us for being out there. That's part of being a part of the village. So, without the pun.
Yeah. So shout out to the Sun Village family that opened their doors, read the door knockers. If you didn't answer, we'll be back. We have another part of that neighborhood that we need to hit up. Next, we're going to the block, I think. We're going to the east side. Yep. So stay tuned for details about that. We did come up on one house that had a sign that was like, if you want to talk to us, it's going to cost you. It said $50 a minute. $50 a minute, or don't knock on this door. Yep. It's pretty much what it said.
A real sign.
I told Francis, I said, you know what? Give them 30 seconds and ask for their cash app, because you're not getting rid of us that easily, because we got something to say and we're going to help you in the end. So right. if it's going to cost us a couple dollars, all right, we can do that. Right. But that was funny.
That was funny.
I wasn't ready for that.
I could have made the news.
I wasn't ready for that. But today you may notice we're not in the studio. We're not home. We're not remote. We are in a very special location. We are at the Widener's Chester Community Clinic in Chester on Melrose Avenue. It's actually the old administration building. So when I was a part of the Chester Upland School District, this is where you came if you had a meeting with the superintendent, which I never did back then. But this is, and we are actually in the in the room where the school board used to meet. I never came to any of those meetings either, but my mom did. Right. I just know that they had like the school board used to meet in this space. Right. It looked completely different. So I did not realize that this clinic was in this location until a few months ago. I thought it was a different location in Widener where it was. So we're going to learn the whole story, how this came to be, what are the services they offer. They're all free services. They are free services, lots of free services, and it's for Chester residents. So
keyword free.
Keyword free. Hashtag free. And so we just want to make sure that you all know what is happening here, how you can benefit from it, and what they do. So we are going to invite Dr. Jill Black to the podcast. She is the Associate Dean of the College of Health and Human Services. Hi, Dr. Black.
Hello. Welcome, Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Dr. Black is the visionary for the Chester Community Clinic. So it would not exist without you and your vision. And so thank you.
That's saying a little much.
No, it is.
A whole team of us that were working
it was
in
a team. Right. It was absolutely a team, but you had the vision for it. And you and your team helped it to get to where it is. And the growth that it has seen. And so we are very appreciative of that. So let's talk about that vision. Like, where did that idea even come from?
Well, we're going back 17 years. And my dean at the time said, we've got some extra space here on the edge of campus. And it was meant to be turned into a faculty clinic. But why don't we think about turning it into a community clinic? We're right here in Chester. We are at easy access off the bus route, and we've got students that would benefit from having an opportunity to begin to put their skills into practice under the licensed supervision of faculty members. We've got lots of folks everywhere that either run out of insurance, max out their insurance, don't have their insurance. A lot of times Blue Cross Blue Shield will say you got to be done in 12 visits, and a lot of times you're not done in 12 visits. So we set it up to be for anybody that was without insurance or has otherwise maxed out their insurance or just has trouble getting access to services elsewhere. And so that was the impetus for being able to set something up.
And that was beautiful. So that was almost 20 years ago. And that was at a time when Crozier was here, it was thriving, and there was still a need in the community to close care gaps. And that's exactly what you and your team did. So that's incredible. Did you build this based on what you saw happen in another city or something? Or
we actually built it on a model that we saw happening in the medical community. So we went to a conference and there were medical students who were leading the charge with these different medical free clinics in different areas. We don't have a medical school here at Widener, but at the time we had a physical therapy school. And we decided, my goodness, we have physical therapy students that could maybe do the same thing that these medical students are doing. So we gave them the opportunity to step into this, and they just have risen to the call. And so year after year, and now we have student leadership that's turned over 17 times. Wow. And each time a new group of leaders comes in, they see what's happening. They have visions themselves about how to make improvements. They have the opportunity to speak into it, to shape it. Sometimes they're bringing ideas that we as faculty never even thought of. Like, wow, yeah, let's see how that can go. So it really is a legacy of 17 years of student leadership coming through and building on this opportunity and this model.
Amazing. You talked about physical therapy students being involved in this. So what are the services that you offer here?
Yes, we started with physical therapy. That was our signature program here at Widener at the time. And a few years after that, we had an occupational therapy program start. So we pulled in occupational therapy services and occupational therapy student leadership, and all of a sudden, clients that come in and have both PT and OT needs can now get concomitant care that way. I also had a faculty member from our clinical psychology department knocking on my door saying, you probably need psychology care in your clinic too. And at first I thought we were in a smaller building and I didn't think we had room, but he convinced me to allow one key student leader that he had to be in the space and to assess the needs. And oh my goodness, yes, there was such a great service that this guy could provide, so much so that we determined that we needed 2 clinical interns from our clinical psychology program. So we do have a space here in our in this space where they can provide services, talk services, counseling services. We've also added social work interns to be able to speak to also counseling services and resource assessment. A few years after we added OT and clinical psychology, we started a speech-language pathology program here. So we added a speech-language pathology clinic service. So now you've got PT, OT, and speech, all the 3 major physical rehab pieces. You talked about the person with the stroke. Now somebody that will come in with a stroke could receive all of these services here under this one space. And then most recently, our Widener Community Nursing Clinic that had been providing services over at City Team Ministries. There was an opportunity here in the space that we have to be able to also offer some services here. So 2 times a week, Mondays and Wednesdays, every other week, we have our nurse practitioners here that are able to offer medicine checks and diabetes screenings and a variety of different baseline visits, and they can help refer to places where...
Beautiful.
Yes.
Well done. So are they still at the 9th Street location too, or did that close?
They're not at City Team anymore, but they are at, I think it's St. Paul's.
Oh, that's okay. They're still at St. Paul's. Okay, very, very good.
Many of the clients that they saw at City Team come here.
Okay, okay. That's a lot. That's a lot of growth. And it makes sense to get the students involved because they need to learn, and this is real life experiential learning is an important part of the curriculum, I'm sure. So excellent. Well done.
I want to add that they're here to learn, but we also are going to always have our licensed clinician and our faculty members guiding and overseeing, just like our state practice acts require of us. So the quality of care is top notch because it's not that they're just treating and they don't really know what they're doing. They're treating and they're getting all kinds of support and guidance. And I love hearing the testimonials from some of our clients that have been here saying that they really feel like the students really cared and paid a lot of attention and gave them great time. And so that's really our mission, is that we're providing quality care.
Listen, 2 sets of eyes on you is better than 1. So I love that model. Excellent. How can people schedule an appointment or get more information?
Well, we do have a phone number, one overarching phone number. I think we have it to be able to share.
Oh, that's
It's on the little business card that we have there somewhere.
I think I have it here. So we have 610-499-1159.
That will get
That's
you
speech.
That will get
That's
you
speech.
specifically to the speech.
Shout out to speech therapy. Anybody heard me talk know that I stutter. I used to go to speech therapy. I love speech therapists. So shout out to speech therapy. That number for speech therapy again is
This is the general.
this is your
line
general.
right there.
I'm gonna read this one.
Okay.
610-499-1159 for speech, and the general clinic number is 484-489-2834. 484-489-2834 to schedule an appointment or get more information. Well, thanks, Dr. Black.
You're
Thanks for
welcome.
joining us.
You're
Thanks for
welcome.
letting us come into your space, and thanks for
Happy to
your
have you.
vision.
You're very welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Gee, did you know that they did all that?
No. And I'm like, I did a tour before, the podcast, and I'm blown away.
Talk about it.
Like the occupational area, everything is set up. They even have like a kitchen area where you can just learn and how to do everything. It's a bedroom area, it's a bathroom. So, I mean, I'm just like blown away. They even have a room like for like social therapy. Like, so if you know you want to talk, if like to get your mental health thing going, I mean, they got everything covered. Then it's right here in the community. So I mean, and again, it's free.
It's free.
And I mean, I commend you. Like this is good stuff because I never knew that it existed.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. So we are making sure that the people know so that you can come out and get access. We always, we are a healthcare desert, absolutely. But there are some plugs that are, helping to bridge those gaps that have persisted in Chester for so long. And again, this was done almost 20 years ago. So there was a need that was huge then, and it's only expanded. And so we'll be talking about any wait list that they might have, how that looks. I don't know. But I did refer my dad here. He came about eight or 9 years ago for a PT. He had, I think he had his knee replaced or some kind of knee surgery. Okay. What did he have? Did he have his knee replaced? Yes. He had a knee replacement, and he was out of his PT visits. And I was like, oh, they got a clinic at Widener. So he scheduled his appointment, and he came in for several appointments, and he really enjoyed it too.
Right.
Yep.
You know what other point I want to make? Even with Crozier not being available to us anymore, this is like another source.
Absolutely.
That we wasn't aware of.
Yep.
We were looking for like resources and different things. So this is a new resource for the community.
Absolutely. All right. Next, we are going to hear from Dr. LaRonda Lockhart-Keene, who is Assistant Professor of Occupational Therapy. She will be joining us to talk about what her students do. She's not ready yet. All right. So we're going to hear from Blarina Denaj, who is one of Widener's fabulous physical therapy students. She will be joining the conversation.
Hello.
Hi, Blarina. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for joining us. As a student, why, I'm sure you can pick from a lot of courses. Why are you a part of this? I'm sure you are busy and you just want to study and get your grades and get your degree and go home. But why did you take an extra step to be a part of this clinic?
Yeah, so I'm actually one of the students on the clinic board that we oversee here at the Pro Bono Clinic. So kind of even first applying to Widener, I did see that we had a pro bono, and I thought that was just such an amazing opportunity to have that kind of at your reach, and just like giving back. And everyone gets into healthcare to help people, and having this right here and being accessible, I kind of took the opportunity to apply. And I actually work directly with the clients. I'm a part of client relations. And I mean, I love talking to people. I feel like in healthcare, you have to definitely love it, and talking to people. So I enjoy just really hearing from the patients, and really, we're just so thankful also that people trust us, and they give us the opportunity to learn and grow and like just continue our knowledge. So it's just an amazing thing, and I just really just saw the opportunity. I wanted to take it and really just get my hands right on the clinic itself.
Awesome. I love how you said that you saw that they had a pro bono clinic, and that piqued your interest, and that may have been one of the reasons why you even applied to Widener, because it's schools all over the country that you could have been. But you said, this place is giving back to the community. I want to be a part of that, and that's part of the reason why you apply here. So that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Widener is actually like one of the first places that started kind of like a pro bono, and it's grown immensely. So a lot of other schools started it, and we even have a conference here every year, kind of bringing all the schools together. And so it's just a really cool opportunity that it was able to like grow throughout the country, and now a bunch of other schools are also giving back to the community.
There go Chester again, doing this thing, being the first on the map to do something special. Very, very, very good. Do you have any like testimonials or any times that you can pull from in terms of a patient interaction that really touched you or stood out to you? Anything come to mind?
Yeah, so we actually just, we had a patient here for a little bit, and she was progressing really well, and she's doing amazing now. And, eventually we all graduate and grow, and, eventually we get discharged. And she was just so thankful for us. And every week she says how much she looks forward to just coming to see us. She's so sad that she won't be able to come here. But obviously, we're always willing to keep seeing everyone and just always communicating with our patients even after they grow and graduate. But so it's just really cool to see like how amazing we are able to like communicate with them, and just how excited people are even to come and see us, because you know it just means that we're really kind of making a difference.
Absolutely. What are you thinking about doing after you graduate?
Well, hopefully becoming a physical therapist.
I mean, like, where are you going to work? We know you're going to do that. Like, that's in the bag.
Yeah.
Are you going to stay in the area, or are you going to leave the area? Like, what are you thinking?
So I'm actually from Philly, so I'm not too far. So I grew up in the city. I'm from South Philly. So it's kind of cool growing up in a city. I haven't been to many PT places, but I do work right near my house. I actually work at an IV rehab also. And I'm just right dead center in South Philly. So I see a bunch of different people every day. And it's like kind of also cool just to see like how many different ethnicities and like cultural, like, so it's just really cool. And I'm also foreign, so I just love meeting new people every day. And I think it's just a cool opportunity. I do want to explore the country, hopefully maybe move somewhere else. I'm not sure, because I grew up in the city my whole life. Yeah. But, you know, maybe I won't go too far. I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. Well, you have time. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Anything else you want the Chester community or the region to know about what you're doing here and the work that you're doing here?
Yeah, we're willing to be helpful to everyone. We just started kind of like a new form. Hopefully we can get that out to people. So like our main contact isn't only the phone. People can start joining our wait list right away. The phones are buzzing, so we love that. We want to help everyone as much as we can. And hopefully we can just start bringing in more people.
Awesome. So you said wait list. How long is the wait list?
So it's a little bit, but but it's just because we want to add everyone, so we don't want to. So some of them are a little bit older. We're not sure if they still are seeking services, but we want to get people in. So we just want to keep everyone the same opportunity. So we don't want to get rid of anyone.
So don't be discouraged if you join a wait list, and when it's your time, you will be called. Just make sure you answer the phone. Thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations, Lorena. You're welcome. Next, we are going to be joined by Dr. LaRonda Lockhart-Keene, who is the Assistant Professor of Occupational Therapy. Lorena doing her thing.
Right. South Philly.
Hey. Neighbor. Hello, Dr. Lockhart-Keene.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us.
How are you?
We're good. We're good. Thank you. So I just want to say that occupational therapists are my favorite. They're the fun. I mean, I like speech therapy because I need speech therapy, but occupational therapists are like the fun therapists.
We are the fun therapists. I will take that claim.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people know what OTs do.
And I was going to have you take a minute to, to talk about that, because we always hear about PT, physical therapy, but we don't always hear about occupational therapy. And I definitely want young people to look at becoming an occupational therapist. It's fun. It's fun work.
And it's a career where you get to be more creative. So occupational therapists work with people across the lifespan. We work with infants in the NICU all the way to our older adults, 100 plus years old. And our job as occupational therapists is to make sure that people can do the things they want to do, need to do, or even expected to do by other people, and make them independent in doing that. So the things we do every day are called occupations, hence the word occupational therapy. So our job is to make people be able to live the life that they want to with the skills that they need to do. So it does allow for creativity. Some of the things that we get to do as OTs, you wouldn't think would be therapy. If someone needs to work on their standing balance or their endurance or their strength, we can do that while they're in their own kitchen baking a cake or making a meal. Things we do every day, we use those as a therapeutic medium versus always straight exercise. Working with kids, it's play. That's their job, right? So we get to get down on the floor and play with the kids while we help them develop their skills. So, and I've been I'm going to age myself. I've been in OT for almost 30 years.
Oh, wow.
And
well, you look good, girl.
Well, thank you. But it's been such a rewarding career because if I get bored in one place, I can move to another population. So,
How long have you been with Widener?
I've been at Widener for 4.5 years.
Oh, nice. And where were you prior?
Prior, I was at Thomas Jefferson University. I was the program director for their occupational therapy assistant program.
Okay,
So I
very
was there
nice.
for 10 years, about 10 years. So.
Awesome. So can you tell us about the work that you do here with Chester residents?
Yes, so I am a clinic liaison. So I supervise the students in the clinic. I also help the students who are on the board kind of manage the logistical tasks as far as OT is concerned and teaching them to work interprofessionally with the other professions. Also, staying in contact with our clinic supervisors. So the people that we hire to come in to supervise the students in the clinic. And then I'm a supervisor here in the clinic myself. So, and for me, being in the clinic is giving back to my community. I am from Philly, but I live in Delaware County. I live in Yaden.
Okay.
So not too far away. So for me, supervising the students in the clinic is a way for me to give back to the community. It's a way for me to give the students some real world experience outside of the classroom. But also, you know, it's that altruism just to give back because people, you know, accessing healthcare is so hard, especially now. Yeah. And to be able to help people and they don't have to worry about paying for something and they get the benefit, they make progress, they get to do the things that they want to do. It's rewarding.
That is amazing. Thank you so much for the want, the desire, and the actions that you're taking to truly give back. I'm sure your presence is making a big difference here.
Yeah. I know the students, they tell me they like having me here.
I'm sure. Can you think of any memorable moments between the student and the patient? Maybe like a light bulb moment that you witnessed or a testimony that you heard or anything that stands out for you?
I think one of the light bulb moments that go off for students is, you know, when we're in the classroom, we do a lot of simulation. And, you know, they have to take exams and they get nervous because, you know, it's not a real person. It's a real person, but it's a simulated client.
Right. Yeah.
And then they get in front of a real person and they're like, oh, this is not as hard as I thought it was going to be. So I think watching the students grow and develop is one of the most rewarding things. It's like learning has taken place when they can get all the little pieces and parts that they get from the classroom and put them together under the guidance of their supervisor.
Do students, are they completing their clinical rotations at this site? Like, is this one of their sites for rotations or is it completely different?
This is not a clinical site for our students.
Okay.
They actually, for the OT students, they go out into the community five times for a part-time experience. And then at the end of their second year, they do 2 12-week rotations.
Okay.
So they get 7 rotations in total, but the clinic is not part of that experience. The clinic is really a volunteer experience for the students.
That's what I thought. Great.
So teaching them to be civic-minded as well.
That's important.
Okay.
Anything on the mind, Jay?
I just want to say it's a great. I went to the area, so I had met her.
Oh, you talked to her?
I met her prior, and I was amazed. Like I was saying, like, so when you have so patients actually just come say if I needed to start being acclimated back in the kitchen, that would be the student's job to help me
Cook.
start cook.
To
Whatever,
cook,
wash
to-
this, whatever.
Whatever you do during your day. If people, you know, have trouble, let's say driving. Now, we're not going to get in the car with someone, but we can work on the
Who
skills.
having trouble driving?
You know, work on the skills to help you get back to that, right? If you have a knee replacement and your reaction time is slow, that's something we can help you with. If you are a student, right, and you can't access your computer, that's something we can help you with. So, you know, everything that you do during your day, if you're having trouble doing that, then you need occupational therapy.
Right.
Do people need a referral to come here?
They do need a prescription from a doctor for occupational therapy services.
Okay.
Do they need one for all the services, do you know? Like for mental health, PT, speech?
For PT and OT, yes. For speech, no.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Because I imagine some people that may not, you would need a provider to say that you need these services in order for you to do the services. So
Right.
you would need that anyway. Okay.
Yeah, so getting the word out is good, because again, people don't know what they don't know in occupational therapy. Even though we've been around over 100 years, people really don't know. So thank you for, having this podcast so people do know.
Absolutely.
And they can get the services that they need and that they deserve.
Absolutely. Thank you. So again, if you want to make an appointment or learn more information about Widener's Chester Community Clinic, you can call 484-489-2834, 484-489-2834 to get on the wait list, because there's a wait list. People know about it.
Right.
People know about it because it's a wait list. So hop on the boat.
Get in line.
Get in line, get online, do all the things. Thank you so much, Dr. Lockhart King. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I think we're going to hear from another professor. I heard a name, but I don't know if I heard the name right. Michael, Dr. Mike.
Dr. Mike, I like that.
Dr. Mike. Welcome to Keeping It 100. Glad to have you here. So I don't have any prep information. I don't even know what you do, Dr. Mike. Tell us about what you do.
Sure. I'm the director.
Yeah, speak of the mic.
I'm the director of clinical education in the physical therapy program.
Oh,
And,
good.
yeah, I've been part of the program for a while. Actually, I was a student, so graduate from Widener's PT program in 2008, and then started back in the clinic here as a supervisor in 2014, and then joined as the director of clinical education about a year ago, last January.
Full circle, Dr.
Yes.
Mike. Awesome. How many other Widener graduates are still involved in the clinic? Do you know?
Quite a bit, actually. Yeah. So most of our supervisors are Widener grads from one time or another. Some maybe 15 years ago, some maybe 3 years ago.
Wow.
So a lot of our graduates have come back to help throughout in the clinic throughout the years.
That's amazing. What's one myth that you want to debunk about physical therapy or physical therapists, or it could be something that people don't know that you wish they knew?
That's tough. A myth to debunk. Maybe that we're massage therapists. We're not really massage therapists.
But y'all give a good massage, though.
We do. So we do hands-on, right? But the hands-on is just a part of the plan of care. So our hands-on may be a massage. It may be moving joints in a certain way to help to promote the movement, and then to get someone back to doing the things that they love. But it wouldn't be an hour long of, like, say, a full body deep tissue massage.
We
That's
give
not
60
really
minutes.
what we do. It's part of it. So it may be part of the warm up to start to get the tissues just prepped for whatever we're going to do throughout that session.
Amazing. Fun fact, I wanted to be a physical therapist. I was actually going to go to PT school, and then at the last minute, I switched over to pharmacy. So a little fun fact there. I thought I was going to be a PT. I was the assistant trainer for the athletic department for the high for a couple years as I was going to PT school. And then at the end, I was like, Ken, I'm going to pharmacy school. He was like, what? I done trained you to do all this. But yeah, so I got love for PT too.
We all have a role in healthcare, right? So
Absolutely. Any memorable moments for you stand out in terms of, and it could have been at any time as a student, coming back, that stand out?
I'm going to say just today, to be honest with you.
Really?
I was
What
down
happened
there earlier
today?
We had somebody who had a tough day, got some tough news about her diagnosis, and was fairly emotional to start. And so you could see her going from that kind of upset, overwhelmed, to her interaction with the students, just bringing a smile to her face. And I was only with her for about the first 20 minutes of her session, but you could see her demeanor change just throughout that first 15 to 20 minutes. And that's the impact that students have. You know, they're in here, and while they think we're only students, they're making a positive impact from the first time they meet the patients, and it's really neat to see.
That's amazing. What do you think about the changes that have taken place over the time that the clinic has existed? So you were here in 2008.
Yeah.
It's so many years later, almost 20 years later, and you're back, and you've been a part of the changes. So do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. Yeah. So the clinic wasn't when I was a student. The clinic wasn't around. It was a thought.
It was in Jill's dream
it started
still.
just after, yeah. But when I came back in 2014, We were in an older house on the corner of campus on, what is that, 21st and
Providence.
in Providence. And so to see it go from there where we were, it was kind of a one big room. We had an eval room, a private eval room off the side, but we had busy. It got pretty busy in there. But you knew that we were kind of outgrowing it, and then to see the changes that the students have made year after year, it's neat to see because each class just kind of tries to make it a little bit better, put their fingerprint on it, and keep and move in the right direction. And I feel like we've moved in the right direction ever since. But then to move over into this space where we have individual space for occupational therapy, for physical therapy, for speech therapy, for clinical psychology, it's really like a kind of the small little full-blown health center right here.
It really is a full-blown health center. It is given FQHC vibes, actually, without the billing, because it's all free and you don't have to bill for services. But it's the extent of services that you offer is remarkable, and it's a great reflection of all the programs that Widener offers, and being able to take the students and maximize their passion, tap into their passion, help them to grow their skills, and it's just well done.
And to your point earlier about folks needing to get a prescription or a referral from their doctor, if they don't have a doctor, our nurse practitioners on Mondays and Wednesdays are here, and they can come in and see them to get that referral for the necessary services here. So
amazing.
Have all those under one roof.
You heard it. If you don't have a doctor, you can still get a referral. Yes. You can get it right from here.
Right. I might do a commercial.
It's gonna cost you.
It's great. It's do you service like any like the sports teams? Like, do you get any like like some of the sports injuries from the kids or?
Sometimes we have students that come over here, some from the local community. A lot of our clients are older in age. They're not necessarily current athletes, but we've had them over the years. It just really depends on the time and who's coming into the clinic at that point. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You trying to get an autograph?
I'm just saying. I'm a fan.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining the show.
Thank you.
We appreciate you for coming in.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you both.
Nice to meet you too, Dr. Mike. Oh, so that was great.
Yo,
it's a lot happening
great.
Here.
This is great.
Want to make sure that the people know. We are quick to say there's no healthcare services in Chester, and while it is very limited, like it's almost like none, there is something. Right. We have Widener's free Chester Community Clinic, which is doing a big thing for us, and we absolutely appreciate it.
Yes.
So really quick, we just want to remind everybody that we have a free blood pressure program. So anybody with high blood pressure, if you know people with high blood pressure, it's not too late to sign up. We're starting a new cohort in about 3 or 4 weeks. You can check us out, healtheducatedinc.org. Click on the blood pressure program link and sign up. It's free. You get a monitor, a coach. I had to look at G. He been through the program. Fruits and vegetables, free produce, because you ain't keep coming. Pierre had other things to do, so he be busy. He couldn't come back and get his free stuff, but it was available to him. So again, at the Widener Clinic, they have speech therapy, physical rehab, PT, OT, speech therapy, nursing services, mental health services. It's a lot. Right. So make sure y'all come through. The phone number again is 484-489-2834. I forgot to ask y'all, what's the most entertaining and informative podcast in the world? Do y'all know? Keeping it 100. Hey. Very good. Very good. Very good. So that's all we have for today. Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you next week. Same time, different place. Thanks for checking us out.
Thank you.
Truth with no ceilings. No cap, just vision. We speak it, we live it. Your health is our mission.